Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to Bimsy Styling YouTube channel. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you for sticking to my channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to draft, cut and sew a bustier blouse with a peplum. Just exactly what we have on the screen. So this video is very detailed and very easy to follow, and it is beginners friendly. So if this is something you're interested in, keep watching and make sure you watch to the end so you don't miss out on anything. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also subscribe to my channel. So now let's get right into today's tutorial. Now we'll be starting with the pattern drafting for the bustier itself. So here on the table I have my pattern paper and I have my lines already marked out. So right there I have the chest line, the bust points, the under bust and the half length for the blouse. So all of these lines have been marked, and I also went ahead to take my shoulder slope of 1 inch and the neck width of 3 inches. That is the basic neckline, 3 inches. So I'll connect the shoulder slope and the neck width together. So for the armhole, I'll go ahead and divide my lines into two. At the midpoint, I'll go in by half an inch and I'll mark that. On the chest line, I'll take my bust measurement divided by 4, and then I'll also mark that on the chest line. Now I'll connect the 3 points together from my bust to the mid armhole and to the shoulder slope to form the armhole for this peplum bustier blouse. Now on the bust point line, I'll go ahead and take my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and also on the half length, I'll take the same measurement. Then I'll be connecting the two together. The nipple to nipple is also known as the bust span. So this is the measurement I took at this point. And for the underbust tightening for this peplum, I took 1 inch towards the center front, and I will take 1.25 inches towards the side front. So in total I have 2.25 inches for the underbust tightening. So from the bust point I'll come down by ½ inch just to avoid any form of pointy points at that part when I'm connecting from the underbust. So also on the half length, I'll go ahead to take my 1 inch on the towards the center front and also 1.25 towards the side front. So the same thing that I did on the underbust, I transferred the same measurements to the half length, and I'll connect the 2 points together with my straight ruler. Now from the underbust, I'll be connecting to the bust point using my curved ruler. So I'll connect from the underbust to the 0.5 inches which I came down from the bust point. And I'll also repeat the same thing on the other side of the pattern. So I'll connect with my curved ruler like so. Now on the shoulder line, I'll divide the line into two to get the midpoint, and then from the midpoint of the shoulder, I'll connect it to the bust point with my straight ruler. So after doing this, I'll take my shoulder dart of 2 inches, and these 2 inches will be shared into two equal halves. So 1 inch will be marked towards the center front and 1 inch towards the armhole. So that is exactly how I will take the shoulder dart, and then I'll connect this dart leg to the bust point like so. So this method is also used to draft your shoulder dart bustier. So what you do after connecting the two dart leg from the shoulder is to further extend the shoulder line. So from where the shoulder slope ends, I would replace the 2 inches which we have as the dart intake for the shoulder. So I'll replace it on the line, and then I'll connect it with my straight ruler. Now on the mid armhole, just on the mid armhole like so, I would come to the darts that we have there, and I will measure what we have as the dart intake on that mid armhole area. So whatever I have there, I'll bring it to the armhole, and then I will replace the measurements. I'll replace the darts on that part. So I'll be marking it like so. Now I'll connect from my chest line to the points which we marked at the mid armhole to the 2 inches which we further extended our shoulder line. So I'll connect the 3 points together. Now I would go ahead and erase the armhole that we initially have on the pattern. So now we are working with the new armhole which I marked with the marker. So I will erase this. Now on the chest line, I will also take the measurement that we have on the dart. So I will take the measurement is actually not up to 0.5 inches, but whatever the measurement I have there, I'll replace it on the chest line and then I will mark it like so. Now on the half length, I'll be taking my waist measurement divided by 4 and then I will mark that, and I'll also measure what I have as my darts coming from the underbust, that is 2.25, and I'll replace the dart on the waistline. So I'll mark it like so. Now I will connect the waist and the bust together using my straight ruler. I will connect the 2 points together. And I would then take my bust dart, which is actually the difference between the front and back length. I will take my bust dart of 2.5 inches and then I'll connect it to the bust point using my straight ruler. So after taking my bust dart, the next thing I will do is to slash open the middle line coming from the shoulder. The middle line we have there, I will slash it open, and then I'll go ahead to close my bust dart. So I'll close the bust dart, and this automatically opens up the shoulder dart. This automatically opens up the shoulder dart. So I will pin that down, or I secure it down with my paper tape. Now I will blend the side front. So I'll be connecting it from the chest line to the waist. I would actually blend it like so. So right now I will determine the length I want for my yoke. And as you can see, whatever length I want to use, I'll take my measurements from the shoulder and then I will mark it. So for this particular blouse, I used 6 inches as the length for the yoke. Now, after taking the length which I want for the yoke, I'll go ahead and also determine the width which I want for the yoke. And for this particular blouse, I used 3 inches as the width. So I marked 3 inches on the shoulder, and then I also extended the 3 inches to the 6 inches, which is the length. So I'll connect from the shoulder to my 6 inches for the yoke. So I'll be doing that now. So I'll connect from the shoulder to the 6 inches which we have there, and also connect from that point into the armhole. So right now we have the yoke for the front pattern, and for this particular peplum blouse, the front is only the one with the yoke. So we don't have any yoke at the back. So right now I will through my overbust dart. So I will blend in from the dart leg into the armhole. Yeah, I'll blend it in into the yoke part of this blouse. So once I have done that, I would then go ahead to through my dart. And to do this, I'll be taking the measurement, the length of the dart leg we have from the overbust to the bust point, just exactly what you see there. And then I would also check the measurement for the other dart leg. So whatever I have on the first dart leg, I would also mark it on the second dart leg. And I will also extend the measurement to the center front to get a straight line. So I'll connect from the dart leg, which we have there. I'll connect from that point into the center front like so. And with this, we are actually done with the front pattern. So what I will do next is to cut out the pattern piece. So I'll follow through all the lines which I have there, and then I'll be cutting each of the pattern piece. And now I'll be working on the back. So here on the table I have the pattern paper for the back, and I have my lines already marked. So here I have the chest line and also the half length for the back. I've also gone ahead to take the zipper allowance. So now I'll take the shoulder slope of 1 inch for the back pattern, and then I'll mark it, and also take the neck width, which is 3 inches for the back pattern as well. So I'll mark that as well. So I'll connect the 2 points together with my straight ruler. After doing that, I'll get the mid armhole for the back. I'll go in by half an inch on the mid armhole, and then on the chest line I will take my bust measurement divided by 4, and I'll mark that on the chest line. I will then be connecting the bust on the chest line to the mid armhole and also to my shoulder slope using my curved ruler. On the back half length, I will then take the waist measurement divided by 4 and I will mark that and also add up 1 inch for that. So I would also add up 1 inch for that and I'll mark it. Now I'll connect from the chest line to the waist line using my straight ruler. On the waistline, I will take the bust span measurement divided by 2 and then I'll mark it on the waistline to get the darts for the back. Now I will connect the darts from the waistline to the chest line, and what I will do next is to take the half inch on both sides for the dart leg. That's to create the dart leg for the back pattern. I'll then connect the half inch to the chest line like so on both sides as well. So we have created the darts for the back pattern. Now for the back neck depth, I came down by 3 inches to get the neck depth for the back and then I'll mark it. And for the neck width, I took the same 3 inches starting from the armhole. I measured the same 3 inches that we have for the front and then I also marked that. And so I'll be connecting the 2 points together with my curved ruler. So we have the back neck connected. So for the zipper tightening, I will take half inch at the center back and I'll mark that, and from that point I'll get my straight ruler and connect it to the neck depth. I'll connect it from the half inch for the zipper tightening at the center back. I'll connect it to the neck depth like that. And now I'll cut out the pattern. So right here I have transferred my pattern to fabric. You can see what we have for the front. These are the 3 parts for the front. So now I'll go ahead and join all the 3 pieces together, and this is it after joining all the 3 parts together. Now to get this design on the bust, so this is what I did. I took the measurement that we have on the over bust like so. I confirmed exactly what I have on the pattern. So this is it. I have about, I think, 7.5 or 8 thereabout. This time I didn't include the half inch which was added as the sewing allowance. So here is my fabric, and whatever measurement I have, remember that the pattern is on fold. So times 2, 8 times 2 is 16. So that is 16 when you open up your pattern. So what I did to create that design, that pleat, was to take 3 times the measurements which I have. So that is 3 times 16. That is what I actually cut out as my strip for that design. So after doing that, I'll place my chantilly net on the Ankara fabric. And then the wideness which I'll be cutting out is 6 inches. So I marked that on the fabric and then I'll cut it out like so. So after cutting, what I'll be doing is to take it to the ironing table and then I'll fold in my pleats. I'll create my pleats on this particular um, piece which I have cut out. And for each pleat which I'll be creating on this piece, I'll secure each of the piece with my hemming gum. I'll secure each of the pleats with my hemming gum. So now this is the design that we have. After creating the pleats, I piped the one side of the design and also the sides. So what I'll be doing now is to get the midpoint of my bustier, and then I will notch it and also get the midpoint on the design and I'll place it like so. So I'll secure it down with my pins, and now after pinning, what I'll do is to take it to the sewing machine and then I'll stitch it down. I'll stitch it down just there. So this is it after stitching that. Now I'll place the yoke. I'll place the front yoke right there. I'll place it on the fabric. I'll place it on the bustier like so, and I'll pin it down, and I will then place the lining on it. So here I have the main fabric, I have the design on the main fabric, next is the yoke, and finally the lining for the bustier is what we have here. So I'll secure all the 4 together, I'll pin it down, and after pinning I'll take it to the sewing machine and run my stitches on it half inch. So this is it after pinning. I've actually pressed the fabric after pinning. So this is what I have, and this is what it looks like. Now I would connect the back and the front together on the shoulder. I'll be joining them together on the shoulder. So I'll pin it down and then take to the sewing machine and join on 1/2 inch. So for the peplon, I folded my fabric into two, and next I will further fold it into two. So what we have here is about four layers. Now after folding, the next thing I would do is to get the radius for the peplon. And to get your radius, what you need to do is whatever your waist measurement is, you add up your zipper allowance. So here my zipper on both sides is 2 inches, that is 4. So I added it to the waist measurement, and then I divided my results by 6.28. So this is for a full flare. If you are cutting a full flare, all you need to do is to get your waist measurement, add up your zipper, and then divide whatever you got by 6.28. Now I've marked the radius, I'll determine the length of my peplon, and then I'll mark it from the radius, starting from the radius. And now I would further take my tape rule to the tip of that fabric, and wherever the marking is on my tape rule, I will extend the line all around the fabric. So this is it. I am marking the value that I have there. I'll take it round from one point to the other point of this peplon, of this fabric rather. So now I'll cut out what I have there as the peplon. I'll cut it out. Now to cut the design on the peplon, I'll fold my fabric into four again. Then I'll place the peplon which we initially cut out. I'll place it. I will extend the line. I will extend the length of the peplon rather by 2 inches. I'll extend it on the new one that we are cutting now by 2 inches. So I'll take that 2 inches to the tip and get what I have as the length for the other peplon design. So I will extend it. I'll take it round like that, just the same way we cut the first one. I'll take it round. After taking it round, I'll cut out every part of the new peplon we are cutting. So I have the radius cut out, and then I will also cut out the 2 inches which we extended the peplon. So right here we have the bigger one and the smaller one. So this is the two I'll be working with. For this bigger one, I will be placing the chantilly net on it, just the same way we did for the design which we have in front of the bustier. I'll place my chantilly net on it, and then I'll sew it down together with the lining. After turning both the smaller and the bigger peplon with my lining, I'll go ahead and attach the bigger one first to the side of the bustier blouse, and then I'll place the smaller one next. And so I would also attach my zipper and my sleeve to the bustier blouse, and the blouse is ready. And this is what we have. Thank you all for watching today's tutorial. I will see you all in my next tutorial. Bye.